How did he find this tweet within 3 minutes of it being posted for him to retweet it to his followers? I have a theory.
Not only that, to find it, read it in full, and then love what it says so much that you suddenly want to engage in the beef of what this could cause by you retweeting it, because this is going to ping Matt Binder, it's going to ping the Serfs, everyone's still going to get this thing because this has been retweeted now. Is that all worth it as well? And to have done that within the span of just 3 minutes. Now, don't get me wrong. When you're starting out in the game, I think there's absolutely no shame of having extra accounts, having spare accounts, having accounts to try and promote your own stuff, because at the end of the day, you're up against massive accounts that have 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers, 200,000, a million followers. A lot of these accounts get really, really big. And so when you've got like 45 followers, yeah, you're probably not going to get noticed. So the game is the game, and I encourage people, especially lefties, to, you know, do self-promotion, to post their videos in Reddits, that kind of stuff, in order to try and grow their accounts, all that kind of thing. When you're as big as Jimmy Dore, it gets kind of funny if you've got accounts whose sole purpose is to defend your honor. Like, you are defending your own honor. You are your own white knight. That idea is kind of funny to me. It's one thing to like use that account to say things you might not be able to get away with on other accounts or something like that. It's another thing entirely to come to your own defense on a regular basis. To be like, whoa, why are you going after Jimmy? Don't you know that he's one of the greatest podcasters and comedians of all time? And then it turns out if that was Jimmy, that's really weird. You know, like if I was doing that, do you know how strange that would be? Why are you going after Lance? Lance is so talented and handsome and amazing, and he has the best channels and everyone loves him. And then afterwards, someone's like, I think that's him. I think that's his. That's weird. That's really weird. I don't know if this is true, but this is what I've heard this video's about.
I tweeted a comment about a Jimmy Dore clip that the Serfs posted on their Twitter account on Monday, and I totally thought nothing of it after I tweeted it. We're now almost 2 days later, and I receive a reply to the tweet, and the reply says, let me pull it up on the screen here. Jimmy literally says, I'm for the mural. And again, this is talking about that local news clip that showed these parents engaging in an anti-LGBTQ and, you know, satanic panic type thing, even saying there's witchcraft imagery, satanic imagery in this mural, harassing this teen girl to tears, the girl who created it. So this Twitter account says, Two Coats is their name, and their Twitter username is @libtard01. Jimmy literally says, I'm for the mural, showing support.
I mean, this alone could be a huge giveaway right there. That sounds like a Jimmy Dore. I don't know.
For the teen girl and her artwork. He's against canceling Halloween, which is why he says both sides. I get you hate Jimmy, but can you just one time tell the truth about what he's saying instead of clipping and twisting it? And I'm like, whoa, this tweet, this reply to my tweet's getting a lot of attention for just a random reply. And so I check out who this person is, and they're really just a nobody, which is fine, but 55 followers. Their Twitter account seems to solely be replies.
For your info, no, you don't get it at all. It's called pressuring politicians. You should look into it. The rest of your tweet is 100% gobbledygook. Oof, I don't know. This smells like Jimmy. But I mean, again, this is all, I mean, I have no direct evidence yet. I'm learning as I go along. Please, Matt, teach me more. What else you got?
Defending.
Whoa, what does this say? Cenk is obsessed with Jimmy. This mashup proves that even when smearing Bernie, press secretary, is a fake leftist, he still can't stop thinking and talking about Jimmy Dore nonstop. It's a study jealousy for sure. These have really good numbers. Is Jimmy retweeting this account too? Is that part of it too? Does Jimmy retweet this account to give it powers? As in this, look at this random 55 follower account fucking almost ratioing you. Wow. Or maybe even ratioing you.
Jimmy Dore, there they are sharing a video.
Jimmy Dore's biggest fan, Matt Orphalia.
attacking Sam Cedar's
The Rittenhouse
criticisms
guy.
of Jimmy Dore. There we go, another Jimmy Dore tweet. Anti-Ukraine. See, there's some more COVID conspiracy.
It's weird and funny. Who do you decide to trust? The WHO is your go-to for trustworthy information. It's run by oligarchs like Bill Gates, and the head of the WHO is in bed with criminal terrorists in Africa, and not a medical doctor.
Conspiracy theories. More Jimmy Dore promotion, more Jimmy Dore promotion, more Jimmy Dore promotion. It's really just an account almost solely defending Jimmy Dore and then tweeting out pretty much the same sort of content that Jimmy Dore talks about on his show, which again, fine, maybe it's a Jimmy Dore fan. But I was struck by the interest this random reply to an almost 2-day-old.
Jimmy literally says, I'm for the mural, showing support for the teen girl and her artwork. He's against canceling Halloween, which is why he says, both sides. I get you hate Jimmy, but can't you just one time tell the truth about what he's saying instead of clipping and twisting it? By the way, I showed you all that clip. It's super, super strange. It's the one where Jimmy Dore is trying to do this both sidism where he's like, hey, look how wild it is that they canceled Halloween, even though that story has been debunked. But like they canceled Halloween at the school's not celebrating anymore. And then the other one's like, hey, on the other end, look at this hardcore right-wing Christian like school getting mad at a mural that is such a harmless mural. It's got like a bunch of beautiful imagery, has a bunch of like, trans rights stuff, has a video game character that they thought was satanic or stuff like that. And so Jimmy basically brought on Jackson Hinkle to talk about how weird that is. Like, isn't this strange? Like, how the Christians are so mad about this. And then Jackson Hinkle was kind of on board with the right Christians. He was kind of just like, I don't know. I don't know why they need Satan's kind of weird. You don't need to put the Satan on there. And then the transphobia just ramps right up. He doesn't address that at all, but like that's kind of the reason I was like, whoa, this clip's outrageous. Like it's a weird moment. Don't get me wrong. It's a weird one where Jackson's sitting there and just agreeing and just being like, yeah, but the Satan, I don't know. That part's just like, okay, that's silly. But then Jackson Hinkle goes hardcore transphobic, and then Jimmy Dore plays into the whole bit. And then his wife afterwards is like, yeah, don't you remember when all the kids in high school used to dress all sexy with the Playboy bunny outfits? And then Jimmy's like, like this is it's just such a weird little, I don't know, 2 minutes, two minutes of strange transphobia, yikes.
Tweet got, and then I check, and the first person who retweeted it is Jimmy Dore. Now I'm thinking, that's weird, but maybe, no, look. There's no Jimmy Dore tag. He doesn't tag at Jimmy Dore in this tweet. No, he doesn't. That's fine. Maybe Jimmy Dore is a name searcher. I mean, that's really lame. People who go on Twitter and search their name without the at in hopes of finding people like, subtweeting them. Whatever you think of it, at least that would explain how Jimmy Dore found it, and that would solve that mystery. Nothing more there.
I don't know what's more sad, Jimmy Dore having a sock account or the idea of a Jimmy Dore Stan account. I mean, wow, that's tough, actually. Yeah, that's a brain teaser.
But look at the tweet. Jimmy literally says, he refers to Jimmy Dore again, but he just says, I get you hate Jimmy. He never says Jimmy Dore. To find this tweet, you would have to search just Jimmy.
Thank you.
And let's just do that. There's probably going to be some vulgar stuff, maybe. Who knows? But let's just search Jimmy on Twitter. And let's pick latest. Literally, we're looking at 5 tweets with the word Jimmy in a 5-second time span. Let's refresh this. Brand new tweets coming in just a span of seconds. There you go. There's some more tweets coming in. So I'm really questioning what's going on here. So then I look at, and let me pull this up here. I look at my replies, and now I can't tell the exact time Jimmy Dore retweeted it, but I can see when the first person replied to Jimmy Dore's retweet, because it includes me, that Twitter account with the 55 followers, and it would include at Jimmy Dore, because they'd be replying to Jimmy Dore's retweet. And so the original tweet from at libtard01 with the 55 followers was posted at 7:38 p.m. October 25th. That's right now. That's today, just a few hours ago, 7:38 p.m. And the first person replying to Jimmy Dore's retweet comes in almost right away at 7:41 p.m. So that means Jimmy Dore retweeted this 55 follower Twitter account who did not add him, who did not even type the words Jimmy Dore in their tweet so you could find it if you search for the search term Jimmy Dore on Twitter. Jimmy Dore
Yeah, you'd have to search for Jimmy and find Jimmy Dore.
retweeted that tweet because I don't know, that's when someone replied to his retweet of the 55 follower tweet. So sometime within the 3-minute span that libtard01 tweeted this at me, Jimmy Dore found it and retweeted it within 3 minutes of this tweet being posted. And now I'm really thinking, I gotta give Jimmy Dore the benefit of the doubt here.
Hey, because like if you want a little background lore to this lore, by the way, I found that video because I was just like, what the fuck is this? Posted it on the internet, and then got a little bit of traction. It is a large account, and then all of a sudden Matt Binder found it. Matt Binder, when he made a post about it, I retweeted his post, and once I retweeted his post, I assume that's when it starts to amplify to a lot of people in the majority report circles, other people who laugh at Jimmy Dore. So then it would have been in his purview. At that point, he would have known that this like little clip video that I had uploaded is out there. So this is actually pretty funny to find out. By the way, not conclusive evidence. It's just like, weird. I don't know how you pulled that one off, Jimmy. This is interesting. Like, within what, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. You not only found this random reply from a 55 account. Like, here's the thing. If you didn't know this about Twitter, here's another part. A random small account you will not see unless you go searching for them, and sometimes even then Twitter hides them from you. Like, there's the show more replies, which is going to show you what usually people negatively say about you. So when you click on the show more replies, it'll be a lot more hatred. Like, not all the time, sometimes some gets through, but you'll get a lot of hatred. But you won't see the very, very small accounts. You'll see the like maybe the 200 to 300 follower accounts. And then for people who have incredibly small accounts, like accounts that are just either spam, retweet other people, don't interact, or just have like 50 plus followers, those ones either aren't displayed, like you won't even see them. People get mad at me sometimes, like, why are you ignoring my tweets? And I was like, they're not even popping up on my feed. So for him to have found this specifically at the reply, 3 minutes, to retweet it 3 minutes later, to have found it and retweeted it, like that, the odds are pretty fucking stacked against you.
Jimmy Dore might follow the guy. And even though this is a reply, Twitter's weird sometimes. Maybe the tweet came up in Jimmy Dore's feed.
True, that could
So
explain
I'm looking at the 55 followers. This guy's a big Jimmy Dore fan, so maybe Jimmy Dore is a follower of his. Let's scroll right now through all of @libtard01's tweets. Followers. And see if Jimmy Dore's on this list. It's 55 people following him, so it shouldn't be that long. I'm looking through here. I'm looking. No, Jimmy Dore does not follow this guy. So that begs the question.
Yeah.
How the hell did Jimmy Dore find this tweet from a 55 follower account that he does not follow, that did not add him?
Oh, man.
That did not write the name in full, Jimmy Dore, so that it's easily searchable. How did he find this tweet within 3 minutes of it being posted for him to retweet it to his followers? I have a theory.
Not only that, to find it, read it in full, and then love what it says so much that you suddenly want to engage in the beef of what this could cause by you retweeting it, because this is going to ping Matt Binder, it's going to ping the Serfs, everyone's still going to get this thing because this has been retweeted now. Is that all worth it as well? And to have done that within the span of just 3 minutes.
But I'm the real deal here. I don't put forth wild conspiracies. Some people would say that this is proof of a sock puppet account, and the reason this all happened the way it did was because @libtard01 is actually Jimmy Dore tweeting this stuff, and then pretending it's not him tweeting this stuff so he could retweet it to his followers so then they could retweet it. Some people would come to that conclusion. I have opinions about that, but I don't have proof beyond what I just showed you to lay out, how that theory could be a possibility. I am really confounded here at what's going on. It's just a very interesting series of events.
Again, there's no conclusive proof, but that one is sus. I wonder if Jimmy Dore's tweeted anything about that, or if he's retweeted that account a couple more times. Part of me feels like Jimmy Dore. I don't know if he's actually watching people's YouTubes. Maybe he is. So what do you got? The Jimmy Dore show live. Aaron Matei and Max Blumenthal. Oof! Wow, the gruesome twosome. That'll be fun. Oh wow, it's featuring Kurt Metzger. That's got to be a first. When's that ever happen? Fauci, CDC, Big Pharma. Okay. Going after Bill Gates. Normal stuff. Jimmy Dore says the war in Ukraine is about U.S. preserving its global hegemony. Okay. I don't criticize Democrats because they side with Republicans. I criticize Democrats because they side with Republicans. Our fight is not left versus right. It's us versus them. We have two corporate parties. Yeah, no. He hasn't addressed it. Oh, here it is, though. Hi, Two Coats. It's nice to see you. What have you been up to? What's your Twitter activity like? Retweeting Fiorella Isabel. And then this is the last time you've struck. All right, so no new developments there, but it is it's certainly interesting. It's not what I was expecting. It's neat to learn. Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form, available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Juste, we shall spend many a generations building mighty cathedrals in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your oafish jesters, here to offer you a laugh at any opportunity. To our brave knights of the Round Table, Rachel K., Izzy Solidarity, Victoria Bell, Sebastian Demel, Mark Harmon, Benji Arney, Scary Earth Human, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, Everything Important, Hegbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Doug Cady, Daniel Sutton, Jenna Tao, Dark Puppy, Quiet One 85, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Trevbot EXE, Brian Ephraim, Anthropophojack, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Nkosin, Ralph Parler, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, La Media Panza, Todd Buckingham, and Todd La Jeunesse. We salute our valiant heroes off to fight injustice everywhere.